Alright, so I basically stopped recording whilst I was still talking then. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm using NVIDIA Shadow Play, which is kind of part of the GeForce experience for recording this. I'm not really sure what other people use. I haven't even looked into it. I just figure I've got a GeForce or NVIDIA card, so I'll use this. It's going to be native. It's probably going to have the least impact on FPS. I'm getting 47, which ain't too bad. That's a bit of a drop, but it's doable. Um, yeah, I've got a 1070 Ti OC, so it does the job, and I've got my settings turned up pretty high, I think. So HD, full screen, VSync, AA, full size, high. Shadows turned off because we don't really need it. Water, I like it looking good. Gamma max, as I mentioned, water particles don't care about opacity, background opacity. Motion blur does my head in, so I've turned that off. Grass distance, I like seeing that. Same as trees. Shadows, can't be bothered. Field of view max. Now it defaults like 50 or something, which is seems to be more of a console default when you're on a massive screen or sitting a fair bit back. I've just turned off this shit too. What is it? Maybe an occlusion, depth of field, and sun shafts. Yeah, don't really care about those. Get a few more FPS out of it. So 40 is not too bad. Now, whilst I had paused the recording, I did apply that splint. You guys must have been punching the screen going, fucking put the splint on. Your leg's fucked. You need it. I did. I also then made another club and a bow. Oh, 4 a.m. Sweet. Made another club and a bow. And what was I doing? Yeah, I made them before I scrapped the old one in case I didn't have the resources, unlike last time. Now let's sort this dude out. Loot the last this room. Oh, look at that, he's got no idea. He's napping against that chest. Oh, reload. Yep. Oh, nice hit in the head there. Come on, you fat fuck. These guys take a fair few to kill. Alright, you can come down the stairs with me. We're going to tango down here. Whoa, alright. You went to shortcut. I hope that hurt. Really? Alright. Come on, Platt. Get your shit together. There we go. Headshot. We can just get him to lay down if he gets a little bit tired. Just kind of, concuss him. Then cave his fucking head in. Yep, there we go. Alright. Look at that. That was a solid cave in. It's pretty gory too. I mean, put some effort into that. Although is it just me? I can't tell whether that looks like a puckered anus that's just been brutalized or sausage meat. I guess they're pretty similar. And he had nothing in him, so we'll come back and scrap him afterwards. Let's have a look at what was upstairs. Uh, Disclaimer, children, cover your ears. Too late. If you're under 13, you won't be able to watch this anyway, because it's not going to be PG rated. That means I'm going to get less possible viewers, but again, don't give a fuck. Not here for the viewers, not here for the money. If this gets popular, I might actually start a Patreon, because who doesn't love money? I mean, that'll just be my beer fund, basically. I do drink a fair bit of beer and wine when I'm watching this. Cage 848 is at 200 and, I don't know. Oh, it's going to take ages. Yeah, alright. Oh, 235 bucks US per month at the moment. And I mean, that's not bad. That's carton of beer a week, so I can't really complain. My preferred beer is Cooper's, which is South Australian beer. Cooper's Pale, Cooper's Sparkling, those nicer ales, a little bit stronger. They're not the cheapest beers you can get, though. So, Patreon fund for alcohol. Yeah, it could go down alright. I don't know if I'll be allowed to put that in the terms, though. So, we'll see what happens there. So, what else? I mean, this is the first video. I've already been recording over an hour now. Whilst it was paused, I just had a quick look. It was like 18 gig for that first hour of recording, because I've got it recording at whatever's native, probably with minimal compression, whatever the defaults are. I'm gonna have to re-encode that. I'll have a look at what settings Handbrake has or what YouTube will do if I just upload as it is. I'm on 100 megabits NBN. It's fiber to the node though. I'm getting 87 megabits down, so not too bad. 30 megabits up, I could upload that to YouTube. That's not a problem. But I've only got a 250 gig SSD for my primary. I've got a 2 terabyte WD Black for my secondary, but I'm not recording to that because buffering was a bit of a concern. So I thought I'd record to the SSD, which is the defaults as well. I've got about 70 gig free, so I guess that's 3 hours. after I've done whatever editing I need to do, then I'll dump it on the secondary drive. And I think my SSD, I'd have to check, but it should be a Samsung 850 Pro. Might have been an Evo that I had lying around. I'm not too sure. Might even be 840. But I'm fairly picky about what stuff I use. You know, I like Samsung, Western Digital, HP, Corsair, Intel. I used to be a huge AMD fan. I used to love AMD CPUs. They kind of slipped to the wayside a bit, I guess, when they bought ATI, you know, the Radeon series. They stopped focusing on their processors as much. But recently, god damn, if they made a comeback. And they make some good tech. I guess it's one of those polarizing topics, though. Everyone's either, you know, Nvidia and Intel, the old Wintel team, or they're kind of AMD, and they're a little bit hipster. They're a little bit on the side. But look, what works, works. And from a professional standpoint, having worked in IT for over 10 years now, oh, this is taking ages. Um, get some stam back. Having worked in IT for 10 years now, something I noticed playing games from time to time, using a variety of different graphics cards. Can't even remember what I used to have. ATI always seemed to have the lower FPS, which is where I think a bit of a stigma was formed. They had lower FPS, but goddamn was the quality better. Like their MPAA, a few other tech that they use, like it was nice. So they had lower FPS, but a better quality graphical experience, which I really liked. And I'm guessing their CPUs were much the same. Intel, there was old megahertz war back in the day. My first computer was a 386, and I had a 486 SX. I had a co-processor. 486 DX100 was my first real PC. I only had a Verge S3 as kind of one of my first real video cards, and I had a Voodoo 2 that I added into a later computer. I had a Slot 1 P3 as well at some point. I can't even remember. This is going back years. Anyway, I got off topic. Uh, what was I talking about? Yeah, so the CPU wars, the megahertz wars. Intel were always pushing megahertz. And AMD, I guess, pushing the instruction set, but it's harder to market, it's harder to advertise. Making better tech, getting better performance, higher bogger MIPS if you want to measure it in bogger MIPS, but without the higher megahertz. And that, I think, really shone for them in the tech community, especially these days now. They have caught up to the higher megahertz, smaller lithographic process, and they're back on the Intel playing field with the Ryzen chipsets and whatnot. But that really hurt them because Intel's marketing with the megahertz and then the gigahertz just absolutely killed it. You know, they had the Celerons and Pentiums and whatnot, and they brought out the i series, i3, i5, i7. They got the i9 recently. They had the Itanium for a while until that was discontinued. God damn, from a tech perspective, I love the Itanium processors. That was a great concept. Went nowhere. Great concept, went nowhere. Xeon these days, Xeons are great, especially doing, you know, servers, CADs, that sort of shit. But they caught up. But what they don't get recognition for, and I'm probably sounding like an AMD fanboy, so again, click that dislike button if you don't like AMD, or don't, or comment, rage, unsubscribe, subscribe if you want, don't care. AMD made 64-bit. You may not realize that. Like they did it. Intel was trying. I mean, their Itanium was, I guess, a 128-bit registered processor. That was pretty sweet. But AMD or x86, AMD made 64-bit or x86 64. Intel's 64-bit, where is he? Intel 64-bit Itanium did it. Except the thing is, it wasn't backwards compatible. I may be getting this tech a bit wrong too, so feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty certain they did a 64-bit Itanium with 128-bit registers or something like that. Or they could address 64 bits, you know, that massive amount of RAM. Something like that, but it couldn't run your traditional 32-bit x64 code. So that was, you know, market share wasn't going to happen with that. It was going to be, you know, unique dedicated processors. Come on, give me something good. AMD though came out with the x86 64 or the AMD 64, depending on how you look at it, what branding you use, and that killed it. That was backwards compatible with 32-bit. I kind of met it halfway. Like the memory space, the addressable space of the 64-bit processor is insane. It is so unlikely we'll hit that limit anytime soon. So what they did is they cheated a little bit. It's technically, oh nice. It's technically 48-bit. I mean, you've got 48 bits of addressable space. That's split into the upper and lower if you care about the technical side. There we go. Yeah. Nothing I can actually use, but still good to hold on to. That's split into the lower and upper address space. Oh, there he is. He's knocking on my door. All right. And that meant that using tech available at the time. Oh, whoops! I didn't consider he could do that. And he's just, yep, he got brain worms. So that solved that problem. Um, they expose 64 bits to the operating system, to the programs, to everything. But it's just not going to be used. So they didn't actually make the hardware able to address 64 bits. That was a good little, cheap way to get to that halfway point. Still 64-bit registers, so you can work on some big numbers, and I guess that's the main thing. Intel, though, they had the front end with their instruction sets. These days, they all do the same shit. They've all got their virtualization stuff, their multimeter instructions and whatnot. They just call it different things. All right, what don't we need? I can't use any of this yet, so I'm just gonna dump it all. Oh, jar of honey. Yeah, if I get an infection, that's gonna be great. I don't even know how I got onto that ATI AMD rant, so don't mind me. I am trying to kind of feel which way are we going. Yeah. All right, we'll come back to this. Just trying to fill the void with some talking, since just watching people play can be really good sometimes. There's one guy I watch on YouTube called Primitive Technology. I don't know his real name. As best I understand, he's from Queensland. He does a lot of stuff, out in the bush, kind of in tropical Queensland. That's primitive, starting fires, building huts, weapons, tools with absolutely no modern tech. That's really cool. I love it. This guy is fantastic. He, oh, mate, does not talk at all. I really, really like that. It's just nice. They're 20 odd minutes each. And, oh yeah, trader. Right. 20 odd minutes each. No talk. You can turn on subtitles and he's got descriptions of what he was doing or why he was doing it. And that's really good. And not the comments, the description is always huge. It's everything about everything to do with his, where he learned it or what the technique or the history is. Um, but when it's gaming, it seems like people often watch gaming and they want the comments. Another one, oh, nice. Another one that I follow is Neebs Gaming. I watch a lot of Neebs stuff. I really like their crew across a couple of different games, even back to the Battlefields Friends days. Quality stuff, guys. Good work. Um, they do like their 20, 30-minute videos, 25-minute videos, but then they do this 2 hour commenting on comments. God damn, it's not a sit there watch it sort of thing. It's the background thing, but it is good, and so they're filling both niches. I'm not sure how long these videos are actually going to be. My initial goal when I was thinking about this earlier, and I've been thinking about recording my gameplay for some time now, was to do those 25-minute videos. But the thing is, the game is so slow when you first start playing. Oh, uh, really? Is he just not notice me? Oh, no, he sprained again. All right, I'm glad I made 2 splints. You know what? This is going to be a bow and arrow job. Come on. My leg had just healed. Fucking hell. Oh, and I'm out of arrows. There we go. 26 more. Get up the hill a little bit. Reload. Come here, bud. I'm sorry. You look like you were really struggling. Absolutely had to put you out of your misery. Now stop ragdolling away from me. Oh, alright. See ya. Whatever. Yeah, check out the new ragdoll in Alpha 17. Worth seeing. Pretty good. Don't know what I was saying before that. Yeah. Uh, really? I did not bring my splint with me. Fuck. Alright. Leg it back there. Well, I've still got some speed before this degrades into an even worse situation. There it is right there. Sweet. Grab some cotton and stuff on the way. Some stones. They're really hard to pick up sometimes. Feathers, if I see them. It's amazing how you play at low level again and you can't not look for feathers eventually. I didn't even look around the building. It really sticks in your brain like birds' nests. Goddamn, are they variable? Now, I'm guessing there's nothing around this building, but gonna check it. Good to do. Look, bird's nest, more feathers, need it. Yeah, and then you get a bit better at the game. You get on a bike and you're biking across, the plains into the wilderness looking for a better town, somewhere to loot. And you keep getting off your bike for feathers, even though you've got like a goddamn AK-47. So it, what? Oh, I made enough for two. Yeah, right, there we go. And might as well dump these few other things I don't need right now. Apply that, dump that, dump that, dump that. Yeah, looking good. Now, which way are they? No, that's my bad. North-ish. So other YouTube videos, I guess. YouTube podcasts, that sort of stuff. Like I really like not social media. I really struggle with social media, but they kind of got social videos. Um, oh, you're a bit hidden. I really like them. It's a good way to chill out, especially when I get home after a long day. I'll often get home from the office pretty late. And I'm showing this just to give you guys a bit more about me. I'll link these other things in the description too, because I genuinely think they're good. Um, support them, reach out to them, leave a comment, say hi. A lot of them are just, they're people like you and me. I'm a people like you. You may not realize it, but, I'm sitting in my house. It's raining outside. I'm having some wine. I'm not a programmer. I don't make money from this. I'm just a people who thought I'd do something. Really, I swear I just saw a bird's nest. Thought I'd do something different. So these guys I'll link to as well. Great blogs, content, and it's social. I like to think of it as social. I prefer the ones where there's multiple people or groups involved. Um, so Neebs Gaming, I mentioned. God damn, Neebs is just brilliant. And I don't know if you've noticed, I actually put this, I don't know, somewhere on some social platform at one stage. But there's a Vance Joy song. Is it Lay It On Me? I don't know. I don't know too many of his songs. God damn, does he sound like Neebs? My brother first pointed that out to me. Nexus183 pointed that out to me. And I can't not hear it now. It's fantastic. And ooh, nice, 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 nice. I guess it's that kind of Californian accent. I'm not American, so I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Neebs, if I offend you. I really doubt you'll give two tosses. Um, but yeah, yeah, exactly the part I reckon. Oh, oh, it's so close. Really? Fuck, how bad at arrows can I be? I don't want to hit him in the hide because that will not work. He has got the brain worms squirreling about. Where the fuck is he going? Oh, I'm hunted apparently. I'm moving on then. Something else saw me. Um, so yeah, Neves plays with a couple of other guys, Absro, Durelius. Really, really game. Tree. Yeah. Oh, fuck. One of my favorites is Simon. Simon is brilliant. Absolute legend of a bloke. His character, I don't even know if it's character or nice. I have not heard that before. Brilliant. Um, his character is second to none. Especially, in their 7 Days to Die series. He's got Simons and Gardens. Love it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And him playing VR has just had me in tears so many times as well. Best character. But yeah, I mean, Dorelius, Apsaro, Thick 44. I'm forgetting someone. I know another A, not Apsaro. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guy, whoever I'm forgetting. Go check him out. Who is it? The person that does the video editing? This is gonna itch at my brain now. But yeah, check them out. You know who it is. They do a lot of really good content. They actually started as making cartoons, like Dorelius and Friends, Doralingus and Friends. Uh, really, really good stuff. But if you read a bit more of their story, there's the trailer. My understanding is that they really struggle to make money from it, which is understanding. Like, I cannot imagine how hard it is. Nice. To make money from online content creation. It's it's an orgy out there now. Everyone's trying to get their end in, trying to get their nut. Well, that was terrible. Um, they want to get their satisfaction from it. They want to make it something. But you're chucking spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. So anyway, they started playing games. They started doing like Battlefield friends and that sort of stuff, and that really took off. And now they play heaps of games. And I mean, some's not even really a gamer. I guess he is, but he's excellent. He's not as good as the rest of them um, at all games. He's really good at some games. Oh, corn for days. Need that. Um, So yeah, they're brilliant. Neves Gaming, check them out. As I said, they do commenting on comments. They've got a whole pile of game series. Quite a few of their games I've watched and played the games. This is actually one of them. I started watching 7 Days to Die. Oh, is this all working? Oh my God. Really? Ah, damn, that's not working. But forges are easy made. Take that. No, can't take that. And there's often a chem station upstairs. Let's see if that's working. Ah, it's destroyed. That's all right. That's all right. It happens. Um, So he's played quite a few games, and I started playing them because of watching the Neebs crew play it. Another one of those was Scrap Mechanic. Now that was good fun. It has some of the jankiest physics. God damn, does it do your head in? But it was good fun. So thanks, guys, for that. I guess the first content creator on YouTube, as far as gaming that I started watching, was Slipgator. I don't know if any of you peoples would have heard of him. His original stuff, and I'm not slating him here because he'll admit this. His original stuff was terrible, so bad. What's that? 7, 8? Yeah, all right, cool. Scrap that. Whoop, don't need that. Don't need that. That's handy. So concussive 4 is a concussive 7. Yeah, so swap them back, scrap them. His original stuff was terrible, so bad. You've got no idea. 7, 5, scrap them. Puffer coat. 79 degrees. I'll keep it, but I'm not putting that on. Chili, though, into the plat. Uh, and then he kind of formed his online persona. And now it's just, I can't take those. Um, brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Really good personality. He does, all of his stuff is PG. Is a bit hyper, maybe ADD, I don't know. But yeah, nails it. So he was playing a game called Ark Survival Evolved. Now, I think he's played pretty much every Ark version. Like, they've released a couple of, I don't know, different just arcs. Survivor Evolved is the main one though. Like the original. There was Ragnarok, I think, and something else. Never got into them, but after watching old Slippy play Survival Evolved, me, the Fool, and Nexus had to give it a shot. We got some other friends involved as well. We played the hell out of that game. Um, Good fun, really satisfying. One of the things I don't like about it is it's non-destructive terrain. So, this being voxel based, you can dig into the ground, you can cave it out, all sorts of stuff. What's that? Oh, fireplace. All sorts of stuff like that. You cannot do that in a lot of those other games. I think the destructive ground is stuff that you can do with Unity. Let's see what this
Okay,
grumpy
fucker.
bastard.
You respect the shop rules,
Yeah,
and we'll get along just fine.
don't want to deal with you yet. Good to know you're here. Did the quest. Let's go sort this guy out. Um, yeah, whereas, Unreal Engine, or if you're not doing kind of voxel based, you're going to really struggle to make the formable terrain because you've just got, I guess, a ground plane there. Now, Nexus 183 started actually playing with the Unity Community Edition and trying some of it out, realizing very quickly how difficult it is, but I say it's doing a good job. Um, so yeah, Arc did not. There's your old meat tube. Arc did not have that. I don't know why I'm picking that up. Those, no. But it did have a lot of other stuff. I mean, it was just as janky as Scrap Mechanic, but in different ways, which was just as janky as this. And this is still alpha. Those are still beta, I think. So, keep that in mind. Um, but good fun, really good fun. And all of these games, you're probably seeing a theme now. They're heavily revolving around crafting and creating. And I guess I'm a creative sort of person. I really, really like making stuff. with my hands out in the shed. I do a lot of woodwork. Whenever we go out camping in the bush, we're always destroying ourselves in some way trying to make something. I'm lost. The water is down in a latterly direction, and yes, that is a slip gator quote. So I'm gonna do that. Doesn't even say. I haven't watched any slip gator recently. Unfortunately, oh, there's a chest. The server that we were running Arc on, is a spare server that I have. Gave it a dedicated WAN IP. Just left it running UPS backed. For all of us to play on when people jump in and out at different times. We had a whole pile of people playing as I played. There ended up being about 8 of us on there. Is that my house? Is that another house? That is another house. Alright, good to know. I'll get close so it'll show up on the map, and then that's a later problem. Oh yeah? Receiver or something. Parts with it. Receiver, yep. Ooh. Is that your house, bud? Yeah, alright. You look like you need some therapy. I'm gonna leave you alone. You're not right of mind, so where am I going? That little flag. So I'll leave that guy around. Now, yeah, so anyway, it did have a radar rate, it had two drives that were mirrored, and one of the drives kicked it, and I didn't have alerts set up. I didn't have, proactive monitoring on that. I fucked up. So when it suddenly got even worse, and when one drive fails, you're likely to lose another. It had a fit. We had dual drive failure. The second one just got really corrupted. We lost the server, and I managed to recover the save game, but I just never spun it back up. I could never be bothered. And everyone had played hundreds of hours. I'd kind of moved on to different games, but where's my thing by that point? And so I stopped playing Ark, and truthfully, that can't be asked. And when I stopped playing Ark, I kind of stopped watching Slippy. So I might get back into it. I'm not sure what other games he's played recently. There's the water. And then recently, yeah, so I was watching Neve, got into 7 Days to Die, and I've been wanting to learn a lot of other ways to do stuff. So I've been watching other content creators that play 7 Days to Die on YouTube. Now, I mentioned Cage848. He plays vanilla as well and modded. His vanilla series is actually pretty good because I primarily play vanilla. I thought I saw something. I like to play the way the devs intended it for the most part. I have modded it slightly, extra PIs, a bit more UI. I can't knock this UI. It's so goddamn good. Oh, stamina, yay. I got, yeah. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, so I really hope they improve it. They're adding some. Alright, it's just. Oh, nope, nope. Was that a dude? You guys saw that? There's just a dude sleeping with a dog over there. Oh, and now the dog's killing him. That is bad morning after. You know, doesn't have to be a good chick to go to bed with, but you'd hope she doesn't kill you in the morning. Brutal. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to go near the dog, near the wolves. They're intense. They're really intense. Too intense for me. Oh, well, it's coming up 1:40 p.m. We've been recording for an hour and a half now. So I'm going to fill these jars up and get back to that killer base. Um, that's a lot of water. Good to know. Oh, I'm up to 11 jars now. So do that one. I think you can fill up a full stack of jars at once. And then we're going to head back to bed. And at that point, I think I'll call it. So yeah, KJ for Vanilla. He does a lot of organic buildings. He's heavily on the defense, and he's also influenced by a lot of other people. So I watch a lot of his stuff. I just started today, I think, watching one of his modded series, the Darkness Falls, and he does two others. I think one which he might be giving up on now to make room for some other stuff. But yeah, really good content. What else we got on to? Oh yeah, I played another game, Miscreated. Really similar actually. I mean that kind of survivalist stuff. Also janky, really janky. A lot of different tech. Ooh, No way. No way. Bit short. Rabbits are just impossible. If you've played this game, oh, I think it was my first rabbit kill. That was a horrible sound though. I feel like such a bad person. In the latest Neeb 7 days, actually, they killed a room full of rabbits, and we checked that building in another map, and we didn't have the same room full of rabbits, which is a shame. Um, yeah, no, Miss Creator was awesome. I'm not sure if there was a content creator we watched that played that. One of us found it and got into it. It's also an alpha or beta or something. Now, unfortunately, we did get bored of it. There was a few things in the game, like storage. Storage was such a problem. Um, and also, people are just, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use the word. Starts with a C. People are just horrible in that game. Like, I got, oh, all right, these guys want to have some fun. I got played so many times in that game. Someone wearing nothing comes up to you. They're begging for help. They've just died and respawned with nothing. They just want some clothing or like a basic weapon from you. So, oh no, oh no, this isn't gonna go well. Um, so you reach into your inventory and then they just whip out a knife or a blade or something and destroy you and take all of your stuff, however long that took to build up. So kind of lose your faith in people, but I mean these are gamers. What can you expect? Oh, out of arrows. So don't. Oh, thank Christ. Yeah, but otherwise a good, fun, not so wholesome game. Uh, I think that's about most of what I've played. I also played Terraria. Terraria. We run our own server for that. Good fun. Good fun. Unfortunately, discontinued. I think then there was a fork of it or someone else recreated it. These games are again all really similar. And I played a little bit of Starbound. The fool of that. Played a lot. Pardon me. A lot of it. Terraformed entire planets. Grew tomatoes. You know that sort of tapped out stuff that you do. I played it for about 20 hours, 278 hours into this before starting this recording, I think. So I haven't played a huge amount, but it's satisfying. You can just chill out and play it. Other games, other games. That's pretty much every game I've played in the last 13 years. So Unreal, Counter-Strike, Dark Messiah, Lugaroo, Terraria, Starbound, Ark, Scrap Mechanic, Miscreated. No, this isn't my house. My house is behind this. This is where I left the chest. Right? Um, I'm not into Minecraft. I played it for like 2 hours. I'm not into PUBG or Fortnite. From what I know, Fortnite is just a rip-off of PUBG. There's still legal issues going on in Taiwan or something, wherever they're from over that. Um, Not into them. Just not. Don't know why. Doesn't tickle me. Kind of put off by how popular they are. I'm one of those sort of people. Nexus really liked it. He used to play a lot of PUBG, where, I think when it was first still a mod or something. I'm not sure of the full story there. But really, oh, there we go. But I couldn't do it. So yeah, not my thing. I'm not into the AAA titles so much. Yes, I have played Counter-Strike and stuff, but that was back when it was 1.3. Honestly, look up CS 1.3. Put it side by side like D Dust CS Assault with Counter-Strike Source as we know it today. There's my base. Very different game. Uh, YouTube content creators. Back to that. Skippy. Skippy's great. I thought he was Australian actually, and turns out he's Canadian. A lot of people seem to get Canadians and Australians mixed up, and that as a full-blown Aussie or mostly Aussie, I guess. Whatever my background is, English, Nordic, that sort of stuff, going back 5 generations. Yeah, I'd get them mixed up as well. But he is a great content creator. He also plays 7 Days to Die. These next few guys I mentioned all play it. Shovel, just quickly get some clay. Um, yeah, quite possibly all worth listening to. So Skippy, his YouTube alias Skippy0330, really good. That is not clay. This is clay. Um, I mentioned Cap before, so that's CAPP00. Really? Huh. Well, you know what? I'll make a better one. Not just yet. Grab the plant fibers over there. They're very handy. And I'm going to try and get a forge as quick as possible, as we'll be knocking this clay into the forge because we use that for a lot of other stuff. Um, yeah, Cap is the one that experiments with stuff. He's played for quite a long time. This game's been out since like 2013, like 5 years now they've been working on this. So he's been playing it for quite a while and has a lot of content experimenting with stuff. 5 minutes on, how long can you run a wire? How do solar banks work? Can you stop zombies with this kind of weird stuff? And he takes community suggestions. Cage 848, I mentioned. I'm guessing. I think he's definitely US. I think he's East Coast. Again, just another regular dude. He's got a wife. He's got a full-time job. He just likes playing games, records it, posts it. He's got some American mannerisms that I cannot stand. Sorry, bud. What's your name? Your real name's Joe. I think you put it in your about. Um, he's got some American mannerisms that kill me, but as he says, it is what it is. Like, oh, I want that lead. What can I? No, 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 no. Did that? All right, no, just scrapping it. Uh, yep. All right. Yeah, yeah. So still listen to him, still watching though. Great content. Glock 9, I've watched a few of his things now. It's not too bad. I haven't watched enough. I mean, mostly watched Neebs Gaming. Second to that, probably Skippy. After that, Cage 848. After that, Cap. After that, Glock 9. I think that's about it. I don't watch too much stuff. The rest of it's all non-gaming stuff. Kurzgesagt, absolutely fantastic if you're into your sciences. Um, CGP Grey, very similar to Kurtz, though they did a crossover episode once as well. Excellent content. Very, very smart stuff if you want to get learned. Um, and podcasts. I mean, I'm enjoying podcasts. I don't like watching stuff when I go to bed. I don't like keeping my eyes active. I struggle enough to sleep as it is. So I started listening to podcasts. I've got an iPhone. Hate me if you will. I use the Apple Podcasts app. Oh, I can just do that. Yep. Um, and there's some really great stuff there. I first got into No Such Thing as a Fish. That was the first one I started listening to. Since I really like QI, and I found out about it from an ex who was fully into it. Thanks for that. And No Such Thing as a Fish is brilliant. I went and saw them recently, a few months ago. They did a tour, and I got to see them. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely loved it. So I recommend checking out that. Trailer Park Boys, actually, I was into before No Such Thing as a Fish. I've watched the Trailer Park Boys show, what's that, 14 years now, I think. Has it been out that long? I'd have to have a look. I really need that many. Really, really could be wrong. Did I just dump my arrows? Or no, I'm out. I'm out. That's what it is. Um, yeah. So I've got a subscription to SwearNet. I kind of watch it on there sometimes. It only costs $30 a year or something bullshit like that. So good quality, good value. Um, I'm hearing things. I don't know what my washing machine was done. And yeah, Trailer Park Boys podcast. They're from Canada. They're in Nova Scotia, I think. It is all fictional, unfortunately. It'd be great if, as they realize, their characters are perfect to a T. It is, it is rough, It it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Yeah, that's where I go. But I certainly enjoy it. If you don't, can I? Ah, nice, nice, nice. Now, where's that chest I need to get? Um, but their podcast is good, easily listening. It doesn't take training, so it's good for bed. Whereas I don't always feel like listening to No Such Thing as a Fish because it does get you thinking a lot of the time. So it depends on my mood. And then just recently, I don't even know if these guys are gamers. They kind of seem like they would be, but the official podcast, they might not be. Pretty certain they're all content creators of some sort though. So two American guys, one Aussie guy, and one Turkish dude. And the Turkish guy is great. Kaya. He's just dark. I love it. Um, Really, really funny, really rough. Not stuff you want to play in public. If you got any sensitive friends, don't put it on. You'll lose them. But if you like that kind of twisted shit, if you like having a laugh, you know, at the expense of themselves, even sometimes, no, wrong way, that's the one. Have a listen. The official podcast. I've just started from the start. Now, I actually started listening to those because there's a YouTube creator called, fuck, what's his name? Sam O'Nella. That's right. Yep, Sam O'Nella. I watched all of his stuff on YouTube and I just needed more of it. I was hooked. It's kind of half thinky, half not. Great content, really informative, and I just needed more. Really needed more. Thanks for your stuff, Sam. It is, kidding me? All right, we've got time. We've got time. It is fantastic, and I wanted more. So I searched YouTube. I found some more stuff that wasn't on his official page that he doesn't seem to care people are listing. Watched that, and I checked the podcast app, and I found the official podcast, and I had one with him on, and they're like 1 to 2 hours each, so they're a decent amount of quality content. And that was fantastic. So, ah, yes, yes, yes. Need, want, love, save, cave. Potassium nitrate. I should use the chemical elements. Oh, you arsehole. You fucking arsehole. Scared the shit out of me. So puckered. Reload. No, you have to go down for that. I was not gonna be hurting people right now. I'm running out of time. But fuck me if that didn't mess my britches. Just a little bit. Can you stop being a big aggro arsehole for a minute? I don't even know what I was saying. Sam Manella, official podcast. Yeah. So I listened to that one, and that was fantastic. And then I had to scroll through. They've got 80, 90 odd episodes out there. The next one I listened to had Aussie Man Reviews, Ethan. Don't know why I've got no room. That was brilliant. That guy's also from Western Australia. He reviews a lot of stuff. You'll see all his content all over Facebook and YouTube. Excellent stuff. Ethan, Aussie Man. Really, really like it. So I had to listen to that and I was like, yeah, this is a decent podcast. So I've just gone back to the start. They're an hour or two each, so it's a long slog. Where am I? Where am I? There. But thoroughly enjoying it. So I've listened to, I don't know, three so far. How will this work? Not well, I guess. Yeah, all right. I don't think they'll be able to. Yeah, they would figure that out. Um, They would. They would. Their pathing is getting better now for 17, but it's good enough to, work out where they can jump for now. Yeah, so 3 episodes in, loving it. That's my new thing to fall asleep to because it's interesting for the better part. There's some intelligence behind it at times, guys, and yeah, it's easy going. So I'm really enjoying that. They're the three that I'm listening to, really. Trailer Park Boys, um, no such thing as oh, I thought that was going to be another splint. I should make some more soon. Yeah, as I said. What else? What else? I'll link to all of these guys in my about page. How about that? Not the description because the description is going to be long. It'll have a pile of stuff in it. I'll stick some other stuff in my about page, my specs, hobbies, whatever you creepy stalker perverts want to know about me, except for my address. Um, no, thank you. People on the internet are weird. I'm one of those people. I'm weird. I'm not going to let other people like me know where me lives. Not going to happen. Bird's nests. So many feathers. Got to get a crossbow though. I've got to get some books. I've got to get learned. Um, what I'm doing, learning that last thing, running out of time, get that done, get out of here, finish this recording. It has nearly been 2 hours, guys, and I'm probably not going to trim this. I don't think there's any grinding that was that the X. Yeah, I'm going towards the X. I don't think there's any grinding I really need to cut out. So, yeah, so I probably won't. You're just going to get 2 hours of the first 2 days. So enjoy. I don't doubt you won't watch a lot of it. I wouldn't. Maybe while cooking, though. Again, one of those things where, you put it on, you listen, you watch a bit. My kitchen's maybe 8 meters from my TV, and I've got a nice 60-inch, so I can knock up a pasta and just watch stuff on YouTube whilst that's going. It works pretty well. Um, what else? What else? I'm kind of done for now. Like I scratched out some notes in Google Keep of what I was going to talk about. I've got those open on my second screen. I got 220. What do I go in there? That's going to be the next one. That'll be the next one, guys. Just look at all of that. That'll be XP for days. And you've noticed I copy a lot of mannerisms of the other people that I watch, and I think it's because I just watch so damn much of them. So the for days I get from Neebs. I think Vataly direction stuff and things, of course, that is going to be the old Slipgator, and there's Stam Grab. There's going to be some others in there. Holy crap! I'm already level 4. I've got to spend some points too. Did not notice. Um, I'm gonna have to check what to spend because we need a forge, so we need short iron pipe to make a bellows. We need some other odds and ends. Leather. I don't think we've got any leather. But we've got hide. We can make leather out of hide. That will do the trick. But that'll be the last thing before the sun sets is knocking up that one. How did I do this? I did that and that. Yes, yes. Look at that. Getting the hang of it. Going to get some consistency here. That. Winning. Winning, don't know where I got that from. I think that's Charlie Sheen. Everyone's got to love some Charlie Sheen. That guy went so far off the rails, you couldn't not love him. If you haven't watched it, look up the Charlie Sheen. I can't remember if I put one in already. ABC interviews. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I've got to assume it's a character, but if it's not, I don't even care. Not even mad. Um, not sure how many of you are using Windows 10 Build 1803. As I mentioned, it is like, oh, wrong button. It is like the Vista. And it's sound. So one of the things in 1803 which bothers me is I'm using a wireless Bluetooth Sennheiser headset, MB660 UC. Get it? They're a little bit expensive, but god damn, they are beautiful. For music, conversation, Skype calls, gaming, everything. It is pissing down with rain outside right now. I cannot hear it. The active noise cancellation is phenomenal. I think there's 4 ANC microphones on this thing. Pipe. Come on, lead pipe is so abundant. Am I just not seeing it? No, I legit have not found any short lead pipe. Damn, double damn. So that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna have to get some lead pipes tomorrow so we can make a bellows. Yeah, yeah. We can make a bellows, we can make a forge, start aiming towards a workbench. That's gonna be the go. What is that? Stock. That picture gets me. Probably gets you too. You're probably seeing stuff I can build. I think I've got yeah, I've got a lot of parts. Nearly whole guns. I just don't have the books yet, which is the problem. I am going to drop my land claim block. I don't know. Oh, bottled murky water, sweet. I needed that. I forgot I got it. You can't always see it. I only noticed this the other day, but it actually draws like a. Of course, it's not. Oh yeah, yeah. You see that white line? That's like your protection zone. So how big is this? It's pretty big. I don't want to get it in the middle of the house. Now, my understanding is that actually extends up and down infinitely. That gives you a little bit of added protection. Yeah, nice. It perfectly fits this building up. Gives you a little bit of added protection from zombies. It's much better against other players. I think I may be wrong about the zombies there. Um, where's the middle? Where's the middle? I'm gonna say the middle's about here. Um, if there's I was gonna make a hole in the roof and put it there, but that just ain't gonna happen. I have now fucked up the roof and made it look ugly, so boom. There we go. That'll do. Damn it, on that side too. And what I need to repair that? I need cement. Not gonna happen. Um, yeah, but it also means you can pick a lot of shit back up. So you can like long hold and just take it. Now note, you lose whatever's in there, I think. I don't think it pops back in your inventory and on the ground. So I remember picking up a forge once, which had like 3,000 stone and oh, I'm hungry. Um, uh, meat and eggs. Yeah, I'll go down the street. That'll increase my wellness a bit too. Make some wood logs before I forget. I was talking shit about something and I forget. The, the land claim block. Area. Oh, yeah. So I had a forge. I pumped in heaps of stone and iron stuff like that into it. Picked it back up, gone. Like hours. Whoops. I wish there was a shortcut key for that. Hours and hours of pumping it with iron and brass. The brass was gone. That was the bit that killed me. I'm not. Oh yeah, think bigger output. Nice. I'm not sure if you guys know how long I need quicker crafting. That's gonna kill me. Uh, just one for now. It makes a bit of a difference. So as soon as that pumps out one, there you go. 2 minutes left on that. Do it again. Minute 47. So that shaved off 15 seconds with one level. It's excellent. Still got 4 water. I might just do half. No, I want goldenrod tea. I got some goldenrod. That stuff is the bomb. I hate saying the bomb. Why did I say that? I've watched too much YouTube. I've watched too many Americans. Cage, I'm blaming you, bud. Sorry, but I am. 4? What did that take? Gold, like literal gold? Bottled water. Alright, dirt. Alright, so bottled water. I'll make 6. I'll make 6. I'll leave 5 just in case. I'll wait for that to go. Don't need any more eggs. Don't need any more murky water. We'll leave that there. Now, I've already got feathers for days. That is excellent. I've got some nice brass up there too. That was good. I've got some minerals I can start pumping in once it's done. Now, as I said, my character's starving. So let's quickly fix that because I've already lost a wellness point. Got it back. That's always excellent. Is it one for every... Oh, yeah, excellent. Look at that. We are making progress. And one for safekeeping. Oh, I was making quite a few. Fantastic. That's what I want to see. Let me give this a moment to cook up, so just finish off. The last thing that I was going to mention is my PC spec. It's an i7, I think it's like 4th gen or 3rd gen, but it's something ridiculously high. I should know this off the top of my head. It's a K series, and it pumps. Like if you have a look on the CPU charts, I think it's past mark to have massive CPU charts. I would have to spend about $800 to get a modern processor that has the single or multi-threaded power of this bad boy. So I'm sticking with it. With that, I've got 64 gig of some gaming RAM. I can't remember what brand, probably Corsair. I think it's Corsair. Um, Intel stock standard water cooling unit on the CPU. I've got a full height tower, so I had some extra bays. I had a pile of WD blacks that were rated. I've actually ripped all of those out now because I just don't store stuff on my computer anymore. All my, family and personal photos and videos, Google Photos, man. It's wicked. It does the trick. Oh, yeah, there's the goldenrod tea. No more water. All goldenrod, all bacon and eggs. That's what we need to do. 850 watt gold. Yeah, I think it's an 850 watt 80 plus gold power supply. I can actually probably just have a look at it. No, fucking hell, it's a 1500 watt. That's a big ass power supply. 1070 Ti OC, as I mentioned, 250 gig SSD, 2 terabyte WD black, or 1 terabyte, I can't remember, secondary, full height case. Does the job. Definitely does the job. Now, I could have got a 1060, I don't use much of the power of the 1070. But the 1060 cannot do SLI, and I thought if I ever need to ramp up, I'm running dual 27-inch HP screens at the moment. What are these? I just bought them the other day. They're on special and they are brilliant. They are the E2273. Now they've got a new range coming out in Australia soon. They're available over East at the moment. 30-inch 4K screens, and they're only about 600 Australian bucks each. So I might actually upgrade when those come out. We'll have to see what happens. Screens are brilliant. So yeah, I thought I might want to SLI one day. So I got the 1070, and then I thought, oh, it's a few bucks more. I'll get the TI. And then I saw the gigabyte range, and I was like, oh, they're OC, factory OC. I don't need to dick around with crashing my computer. So I got that too, and it worked out a pretty good deal. But then, I mean, Vulkan, read about Vulkan. It's going to replace OpenGL and DirectX, or I really, really hope it does. It's like the next evolution of OpenGL, but even better. Like, it's phenomenal. And one of the things it has, which bloody DirectX 12 or maybe 13 is going to do, 12 might do, is simplest way to put it would be spreading all of your computing across your GPUs and CPU as need be, based on the best placement for that computational task. Which means no more crossfire, no more SLI. Like these things will just be redundant at that point, and that'll be in the newer DirectX if it's not already in 12, and in I think it might already be in Vulkan, or there's a um, work in progress, proposal improvement sort of thing for it, and that's gonna be epic. So I didn't need to go up to the 1070. 1060 is the best value on the pass mark benchmarks as far as what I wanted to get out of it, what I needed. Went 1070 for the SLI, went TI for the price bones, went OC because I could. Um, yeah, I think that about calls it. We've got 1 minute of this crafting left, and we're done. So I'm going to sign off, guys. It's 6:30 here. Going to start cooking me some dinner. I'll make another one next time. We'll do some looting. We'll get the bellows and forge done. We'll go check out that cave, see if we can get some potassium starter. So once we get there, once we've got a champ station, it's going to be a long way away, but we'll be able to start knocking up some gunpowder. And otherwise, enjoy. Follow the links. Check out those other guys: Slipgator, Neebs Gaming, Skippy, Cage848, Glock9, Cap. Check out those podcasts that I mentioned. What were they? The Trailer Park Boys, No Such Thing as a Fish, and the official podcast. Good people, good content, good night.